Oh, today is the day that we've been waiting for. In the last couple days, as Jacob has left his father-in-law and has journeyed, he is worried about what Esau is going to do because Esau, remember, pledged to kill him. He is now returning, and the moment that we are waiting for happens. That showdown between Jacob and Esau. Let's pick up with verse 1, Genesis 33. And Jacob lifted his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau was coming, and 400 men with him. So he divided the children among Leah and Rachel and the two female servants. And he put the servants with their children in front, then Leah with her children, and Rachel and Joseph last of all. And he himself went on before them, bowing himself to the ground 7 times until he came near his brother. But Esau ran to meet him and embraced him and fell on his neck and kissed him, and they wept. And when Esau lifted up his eyes and saw the women and children, he said, "Who are these with you?" Jacob said, "The children whom God has graciously given your servant." Then the servants drew near, they and their children, and bowed down. Leah likewise and her children drew near and bowed down. And at last Joseph and Rachel drew near, and they bowed down. Esau said, "What do you mean by all this company that I have met?" Jacob answered, "To find favor in the sight of my Lord." But Esau said, "I have enough, brother. Keep what you have for yourself." Jacob said, "No, please, if I have found favor in your sight, then accept my presents from my hand. For I have seen your face, which is like seeing the face of God, and you have accepted me. Please accept my blessing that is brought to you, because God has dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough." Thus he urged him, and Esau, took it. You know, family disagreements can tear families apart for decades. I've talked to family members who have been not speaking to a sibling for decades, some even up to 50 years. Over something that had happened, words that had been said, insults that had been thrown around, and now they won't speak to each other or even be seen in each other's presence. It can really tear a family apart. So what can you do about it if you're in one of those situations? First of all, if you are the one who has wronged the other, ask for forgiveness. Don't be stubborn. Show respect to the other person. You notice what Joseph did? He bowed down 7 times to show that honor. Now, that's not what we do, but be respectful. Don't show up angry. Don't get angry when the other person speaks hurtful words, because remember, they are hurt by your actions. Ask for forgiveness. Plead for forgiveness. Work to do whatever might be possible in by your abilities to bring resolution. So what if you are the one who was wronged? What if you are the Esau? First of all, let the anger go. Let the anger go and offer forgiveness. Forgive that person, even if they don't desire it, even if they've never asked. Forgive. As God has forgiven us so much through Jesus, we respond with our words of forgiveness as to others as well. Let's continue. We're going to move on to verse 18. Again, remember there are other parts. I invite you to read it all. And Jacob came safely to the city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan, on his way from Paddan Aram, and he camped before the city. And from the sons of Hamor, Shechem's father, he bought 100 pieces of money, the land on which he had pitched his tent. There he erected an altar and called it El Elohe Israel, or God, the God of Israel. When Jacob settled in this new land, did you notice what he did right away after he found resolution with his brother Esau? He found a place to stay. He purchased that land, and then he built an altar to honor the Lord, to give thanks to the Lord for the blessings that God had given to him, to give him praise, to be able to offer sacrifices of thanksgiving to the Lord who had delivered him and had brought him back into his land. God would continue to bless Jacob, but there would be many difficulties that comes about with his children. We'll look at one of them. Again, one of those disturbing chapters in the book of Genesis tomorrow, as we look at what happened to Shechem and the people of that town. We'll see you then. Until then, stay warm and God bless.